Singularity taking on the grand finalists, Vitality, the kings of Europe right now. Leaf was saying he thinks Europe's good again. These guys have been good for a very, very long time, and they are now all speaking their native tongue. Is that going to be enough to get them to the finals? We'll find out.
Is it going to be enough? I mean, sure, why not? If you are KDOP and you play in so many grand finals, clearly you're good at the game, so why not make an adjustment that you think is a definite improvement, no matter how small it may seem?
You're telling me KDOP wasn't fully comfortable this whole time?
Man,
and
who knows?
What's it look like now? We'll see, but Alpha was left some room to impress in week 1.
He was disappointed with his own performance.
Yeah, we'll continue to watch him as this season progresses. It's the longest season of RLCS in history. We've got Vitality in the orange, Singularity in the blue. Best of 5 to get a win here in league play. Fairy Peak with 2 underneath him. Puts it into the corner. Slow play from the newcomers. Alpha and KDOP both bite a little bit. Alpha passed 1. Godsmilla gives space. And then looks to take the ball as Alpha tried to ground himself. Though and Noli both up. Fairy Peak not able to get all of it, and Godsmilla now airborne to put it back in the midfield. KDOP's there and gets challenged by Noli. Though, last man in the back. Neutral against Fairy Peak, and Alpha's out to pick it up. Misses it off the wall. KDOP will play this ball by himself, but misses it in the air. And though we'll keep this one in the corner, it's been all Singularity on offense.
All Singularity so far, but definitely not really putting the strong offensive chances together, and finally right there with KDOP winning that challenge, Vitality earn a little bit of field position.
See if they can maintain it here. Fairy Peak to put it high. Godsmilla across to KDOP. Now looking to set up Alpha in the midfield, gives it back to KDOP, looks for the shot, but puts it into the corner instead. Now the follow-up off the post, and Fairy Peak can't find the way around, though. KDOP will look to keep this pressure on, using that ceiling. The shot towards the goal. Noli makes the save. Alpha tries to stop it up, and Fairy Peak's rotating out, so no immediate pressure. Singularity will have a moment to breathe. Transition this one back to the midfield.
Oh, nice aggression from Alpha there to keep possession here, and though it's really his only option there to try and get the ball going back the other way. Fairy Peak a little hesitant, so Singularity will break out, but do they stay there? That's an aggressive push from Noli.
Alpha setting up KDOP, though with a response, finds Noli on the wall. He'll try to keep this one, passes back into those, sends the shot to the far side, and Fairy Peak barely makes it there in time to get it away. Still 0-0, so we're approaching halftime in game number 1.
In general, Singularity sort of having trouble maintaining their offensive presence. A lot of the small pads just going well over in Vitality's way. Pathing, that's that veteran experience and many, many grand finals appearances. You don't get that far without nailing the boost command on the entire pitch.
Oh, now in the corner. Noli will pick this one up with space. Back into the corner it goes. Just choosing to rocket this one into the back third over and over again. Singularity struggling to find any sort of passing lanes with each other. Though now into his corner, just trying to put pressure on the ball, but doesn't make contact. Fairy Peak just sits and waits for what's going to happen. Backs out, leaves it for Alpha. Now, though, through the midfield, trying to carry this one high. Runs out of boost, maybe looks for some goalies, but doesn't have a way to control.
Oh, dear.
Gets this one across, though. He actually baits all the defenders off to the side, and that's the first goal for Singularity.
Vitality thought this one was going to be an easy one. They knew Tho had nothing here, but Alpha just not expecting that second touch from Tho to go back into the middle, and Fairy Peak was kind of just waiting for either it to come straight down or it to miss, and we'll have a pause.
See what the issue is. I'll get back to you guys when we understand what's going on with these guys. But we are going to be playing game 1 again, but we are starting at 2:15, and there will be no score. It'll be 0-0, so kind of a little bit under half a game left to be played here. The first half going to be considered neutral and void, and then we'll continue on with the best of 5. So let's get back into it. We're ready to go.
Ooh, that kickoff favors Singularity. Tho can do the same thing from the other side of the field.
Fingers crossed. Everything stays fine for the rest of the match. As KDOP takes a shot from midfield. Noli will tuck it off to his corner. Though tries to clear, but Alpha has other ideas. He's beaten 2 now. Looks for a bump on Godsmilla, but Godsmilla will find a nice strong touch and gets it past Fairy Peak, which puts it into the orange. Fairy Peak with a miss in the midfield. With more space. Singularity happy to advance. Though thought that ball was coming on the wall, goes in the midfield, so he's not in the best position to make contact, but they'll still control it. Singularity, they had so much offensive pressure, or just offensive position control in the first half of this game, and they seem to continue a lot of that here on the restart.
Now that was a nice idea from K-Dot. That was your first real look at a solid pass across the box and see what comes from it, as Fairy Peak is going to just try and take this away from Noli.
Fairy Peak into the corner, Alpha's up, finds a block. K-Dot got a shot, he's going in for it already, takes it towards the goal. Godsmill and though both block it. Noli is the only one near the ball, no follow-up there. The 1-2-3 from Vitality. There, the defense holds. Here comes Fairy Peak with more pressure into the final minute of game one. K-Dot sends it high. Noli out to the outside. Fairy Peak's there onto the wall. Does he have his follow-up off the wall? No, Godsmiller will be there first, and now though into the Vitality corner.
Though really trying to wreak havoc on that back line as he just rotates through Godsmilla, trying to do the same.
Though out to Godsmilla, he rotates out. Alpha puts it in the midfield. Fairy Peak's airborne, but Noli's already there. This one towards the back wall. K-Dop's got it away. Godsmilla looking to set up his team out and into the box. Noli's not in position. The rest of Vitality kind of had created an opening. And now K-Dop back to Alpha. Launched high as Fairy Peak airborne. Noli will be there first.
Nice.
Now though, onto the backboard. 10 seconds left in regulation. Here comes Godsmiller for the shot. Both defenders bite, but they've got the clear. Noli's all the way in his back. No challenge here as K-Dop versus Noli goes neutral. Pass back up. K-Dop looks for Fairy Peak, but gets bumped. Though gets there first. And we'll go to overtime in game one. One goal will determine this shortened game.
That was it for Singularity 2. It got Vitality stuck in the midfield. Fairy Peak can end it, and Noli, great diving stop.
Noli got there first. And what could have been the end. Looking for bumps on though and net. Fairy Peak gets it past one, but no one's there for the shot, even if he got it past though. Now Alpha sends it high. He's out of boost, needs to rotate out. Noli looking to connect with though at midfield. Fairy Peak comes in. K-Dop's got a full tank. Noli's up first, but he misses. Now K-Dop's in for the shot. Oh, still blocked by though on the goal line. Alpha to the outside. Fairy Peak's nowhere to be seen.
Though just made the sickest save, I thought, as soon as his teammate missed it, because he started rotating forward. And the reaction time to be like, he missed it and get back there and make that stop was just insane. Great save.
Kept them alive in this game. They scored one goal earlier. It got taken off the board. They score one right now. They win the game. Be a great way to completely get all your energy back as though sends one towards the net. Fairy Peak's got it. K-Dop sitting behind, waiting for this touch. First minute will come and go. Alpha, big Goomba stop and demolish those there, and they score. Singularity. They bounce right back and take game one.
So they do get it back. K-Dop doesn't get any follow-up because of that bump in the midfield, and then Noli comes through as well after hitting it off the wall and demos the second player in the back line. So a lot of physicality coming through there for Singularity to close out game one. And as far as I'm concerned, well, now you can forget all about the fact that the goal got taken off because you won the game anyway.
Forget about it all. The scoreline stayed the same. Why do we even do the whole pause thing? Come on, like,
just call it.
It was already good. We already knew how this game was going to go. Though and company light it up here, play like nothing happened.
They play half a game and he still put up 491 score.
Look at that.
Now that's a performance.
Yeah, he got 3 saves and 3 shots, though in particular with a highlight performance, scoring the goal and also getting a game-continuing save in overtime. That should have been the end. I agreed with you. The moment that miss happened and K-Dop got a free touch, that was going to be the game, but the defense held.
Especially because it's a guy coming from K-Dop, who someone who I, for a long time, have considered the golden standard of striking the ball in uncontested scenarios. I will take him, 9 out of 10 times against anybody in the goals. So, real nice job from Tho to get back there and make that stop. That was a big one.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, this Singularity. This is a team that Turtle is really hot on. He thinks that these guys are great. And Turtle casted our rival series last season in addition to the RLCS, which is, there's been very few casters in the history that have ever gotten to like very actively cast both leagues at the same time. And there's kind of always been this thought in my mind as someone who's never been a part of the rival series broadcast that rival series, you kind of get into this like, you don't realize just how much better the RLCS teams are than the rival series teams because you're just watching the rival series teams,
Sure.
And it's kind of like watching college football and how like, oh, anybody in college, like the best college team could take on the best pro team, not realizing just how much of a discrepancy there is.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not the greatest test of that because every time I came for the promotion tournament when I worked on the rival series, they tended to win.
Well, the funny thing was they would tend to promote, but then still really struggle the next season.
Sure.
But Turtle, as a former professional player, a former land boy, and someone who has casted both leagues, considered this team extremely strong. And they take a game off the grand finalists.
They're starting off well here, too. They've definitely got the tools to fight against this Vitality roster, but do they find the ways to stop Vitality? You know that the offense is there for Singularity. The question is the defense, and so far it's held up well.
A pass up to K-Dop, looks for the shot, just sends the banger, but it's just too high. First minute coming close to an end here. K-Dop again, the pass into Alpha. Nobody's up in time. That ball will get past Noli. He nearly own goals. K-Dop, though, doesn't get the shot on the touch from Noli. Now Noli bumped. Fairy Peak looking to set up Alpha. Finds the pass out, but Godsmilla cuts off the passing lane. Here comes K-Dop. Shut down again. My goodness, the offense, it looked like they had all the pieces they needed, and the defense just slightly outsmarted them. And the shot is wide once more. Vitality keep putting it together, but just falling apart at the last moment.
Vitality was just outspeeding them. Those big circle, and actually 2 players pulled out on the goal line. Godsmilla gets one more tap, and Noli will not have a chance at it. That is a great effort from Singularity, and as Vitality trip all over themselves on defense, they somehow escape, but it's not pretty right now.
Noli finds the pass to Godsmilla, who nearly finds the shot. It's just wide. Here's this follow from, though, also wide on the other side. Singularity with a golden opportunity to take the lead in game 2.
Gotta score that. You had him right where you want him, and there's again that physicality. They pull out 2 players. K-Dop, excellent ball control on the wall there. That first touch so important because the man behind him is the contingency plan got taken out of the play.
The slow and cautious game 1 has completely broken out into a brawl. Game 2. Approaching halftime, still scoreless, but this game has not been without its fireworks. K-Dop keeps this one in the midfield, though, with a response, and keeps it neutral against Fairy Peak, and now up against K-Dop, though, beats him. Fairy Peak demolished. That might actually spell some good stuff here. Oh, Alpha gonna put it down, and Noli gets the block again. K-Dop up and still off the post. The accuracy from Vitality, it's a difficult shot, but it's K-Dop. You expect him to be able to hit it. And now on the far side, Godsmilla putting pressure on the net. K-Dop in the goal. Actually came out for boost, managed to get back in time to make the save. We're across halftime. Godsmilla looks for one more goalie to open it up for Though, who sends the shot. A little bit of a slow one, though, and the defense will get it. And now the counterattack. Fairy Peak, K-Dop, here's up. Here's the shot, and Noli's got the save. Godsmilla puts it to the corner, and Singularity hold on. The shots, again, the follow-ups from Vitality just not quite there.
So, I mean, it's the same thing for Singularity. Though has had 2 beautiful looks at the goal. That second one just now, he shot it right down the middle. If he went to the right side, it was in, no question. And they have just tried so hard to break down this Vitality roster. They make them wait because they sweep across that goal line and get right in their face and make them hesitate, and that gives them a little bit of a shooting lane. But the accuracy or the execution has just been off, and finally, K-Dop, that's his 5th shot on target this game, it finally gets through.
Finally, the infield pass will connect, and though just quite can't get there. They've literally been exactly pixel perfect up until this point in the game. And Vitality score their first goal of the series. After dropping game 1, they'll look to bounce back here in game 2. And Fairy Peak off the wall past 1 with 1:30 left to go. All of Vitality in their own corner. Godsmilla up. This extends it into his own half. It'll block it on the first shot, but Vitality still looking for that security.
Nice.
K-Dop over the top of 2 and past Noli. The soft shot is just enough to catch the defenders off guard, and they're up by 2.
K-Dop, as soon as he saw Alpha get that touch into the middle and follow it through, he immediately cut left. There was, because of the positioning of all the defenders, there was only one direction that ball was going. And if it dropped down straight, then Fairy Peak was going to come in and clean it up, no doubt. K-Dop positioned brilliantly for that one.
Singularity scored officially 1 goal, but technically 2 in game number 1. They've yet to find one game 2. Godsmilla bumped off the ball. Alpha will keep it in the midfield. Final minute approaching. Singularity looking to tie it up. Off the wall, a miss. Alpha will put it into the corner. K-Dop's too far forward to advance. Godsmilla, though, misses, and Fairy Peak was respecting the touch. He's out of position, too. Now K-Dop looking to trap this, though, has him read and into the corner. 45 seconds on the clock. Noli out of his own half, shut down by Fairy Peak, and they are really killing any opportunity for Singularity. Drops it back down, and a shot from K-Dop blocked by Godsmilla. Noli tries to get it through, but final 30 seconds. They've got to score now, or game 1 will be out of, or game 2 will be out of reach. We'll tie up the series. K-Dop with the pass out to Fairy Peak. Do they find the 3rd goal? It's open off the crossbar and out. You gotta hit those. But luckily for them, they already have a 2-goal lead. 14 seconds left. What was an exciting game does not look like it will result in any goals here for SNG unless they're able to put one in the final moment, but it won't affect the outcome. Vitality tie things back up.
It's just those small cracks that finally wormed their way in between the bits of armor from Singularity and just wedged them apart slowly but surely. The start of this game, there was, how many is that? 17 shots. 17 shots for Vitality. And it's just, the start of this game, it was like Vitality came out there hard, so fast, trying to just beat Singularity to the ball. And you're right, they were doing a great job to hang in there. And in fact, they got their own couple of beautiful looks at the goal. Unfortunately, Tho, with the 2 shots, didn't convert either of them. And then at the end of the game, Vitality finally broke him down. This touch from Alpha, keeping control, forcing the defense back. K-Dop in the right position, throws the changeup behind the defense. And that was the second goal. And that first one is just K-Dop just finally able to muscle one past.
They finally just, he's just been taking these kind of loose pot shots. Like, I'm just going to fire as hard as I can, but not worry too much about the accuracy. And it was just off for so many of the shots. Only 9 saves on the 17 shots from Vitality, which means that they definitely were struggling with accuracy a little bit in that game. But, man, yeah, I feel like Vitality is definitely starting to warm up here. Singularity's going to have their hands full in Game 3.
I would agree, starting to warm up. But at the same time, that game could have easily been in overtime. It's just small degrees of variance were the difference maker for Singularity there. Unfortunately, they don't convert their chances back the other way because they did a great job. They have a great game plan. I mean, they're finding the holes on the backboard. They're getting guys in there to sweep across the goal line and push defenders out. You know, it's like I'm watching Season 3, but it's working.
Well, Singularity, the series is now tied up. They managed to get, I believe, the first win off of Vitality of Season 9. They're going to have to find at least 2 more if they want to get the series win. Here comes Alpha with a shot behind the defenders, though, does it just in time, and Tho has been so fast on that goal line.
And if he keeps winning challenges in the Vitality half like he did last game, it's going to keep all that aggression going and keep being a problem for this Vitality roster.
Demolition on a Godsmilla in net. The shot from K-Dop off the ground nearly finds the double tap off the post, but this one will go wide. Tho looks for the long clear. Godsmill is looking for the redirect, but it's just too high. Now Alpha back out. Fairy Peak's moving forward, but Godsmill is already airborne. K-Dop be the one to pick it up. Fairy Peak now on the ground, was able to turn in time, gets it off the backboard, a miss, but Godsmilla will intercept before K-Dop can make the shot. Now Fairy Peak up once more. Alpha to the corner. Fairy Peak over the top of 1. Godsmilla a long ways down the field.
Wow, Godsmilla got bumped and he was still able to throw a wrench into that attempt at a counterattack for Vitality.
Tho trying to come around, gets the demolition on the K-Dop, but Noli's not there for the shot. I love the setup from Singularity. Just not able to convert it. Well, here's Alpha. Through the air now onto the ground. Neutral play against Noli. Fairy Peak to set up K-Dop. That was pretty far back. Tho off the wall might actually beat Alpha to this ball. The speed from Tho off that wall.
Just going. It's full bore all the time. No reverse gear, Tho.
Godsmilla up, beats 1. He's out of boost, and Alpha will be there. And Fairy Peak chasing, looking for the shot opportunity. He's up for it and puts it top corner. And here's the follow-up from K-Dop. Finally, it's taken all 3 players from Vitality to score. I think all 3 of their goals, but it does go in.
Yeah, Noli got tied up here. Definitely expecting Fairy Peak to put that one in the net. But to be honest, as soon as Tho didn't make contact with that challenge, it was always going to be a near impossible situation on the goal line, just considering how that looked from Noli's perspective. So a good effort, but he never stood a chance.
There's Alpha through the air up against Noli. He's got it to his corner. Tho to try and reach his teammate. K-Dop puts it in the midfield to soft for Fairy Peak, but Tho wins the challenge. Now Noli and Tho up together. Noli went to look for goalies. Nobody was home, and now Alpha make the play off the wall. Approaching halftime, Vitality dropped game 1, but bounced back in game 2, and now the lead here in game 3. Hoping to finish it off in 4. 2:39 left to play. Tho past Alpha. Nice flick and dribble. Now he's got the control again. Fairy Peak's forced to play it into his own box. There's Noli looking for the shot, but K-Dop gets in the way. Now Godsmilla through 1. Tho across the field, intercepted by Alpha. Noli saw it coming and immediately half flips back into his own back third. Play past 1. Fairy Peak's slow play gets demolished by Though. It's just an easily read target. And Alpha plays it back into the corner. Fairy Peak spawns on the near side. It's going to confuse the rotation possibly, but Godsmill out of boost. Might not matter. K-Dop up against Though, wins the challenge, and he's chasing it down. Fairy Peak's there as well. It's actually just in on the challenge from K-Dop, 2-0 Vitality.
Didn't need it. Godsmill and Noli stuck, rotating all the way back, and Though thinking he could maybe get a piece and buy time for Noli and Godsmill to make it back. Tried to be aggressive, what he's been doing the entire game. Unfortunately, just overstepped his bounds. Just a couple inches there.
Just barely sneaks it under the crossbar. Vitality's accuracy starting to look a little bit better.
4 straight goals for K-Dop.
147 left to go in game 3. Noli to the side. Alpha adjusts, picks up boost, lofts it in front of his own net. Fairy Peak's up for the clear. Looking for K-Dop, Though will intercept. Now, the beat on the wall. Godsmill, the pass out front. Noli's there, but Fairy Peak, oh, it doesn't matter. Dunked by Noli, and SNG's got their goal.
This is all just timing. Fairy Peak reads that he's got to go for it, expecting someone to be right there. Noli comes in just a half second later, takes it off the challenge, goes right into the goal, and that's just Vitality caught out.
Oh, such a good dunk.
Yeah.
Well done. 127. Singularity's got life. Pass back down. They've got to keep their net clean, though. Though and Godsmill in the corner. Here's Noli out. Over the top of one. Alpha. He's still got the boost to work with to reach this. Gets it off the backboard. Nearly finds the double tap as these tanks run dry. Doesn't sneak it between the woodwork. Noli up. 1 minute left. Only a 1-goal deficit. Only getting chased into enemy territory. Now Alpha, round 2, looking for it again, but this time intercepted by Godsmill, and Noli with the extension down the field. Alpha will pick up midfield boost to be able to half rotate here. Cuts off Godsmill as well. He's going to be low in the tank. Alpha for the 3rd time through the air. Not able to make it this time either. The defense holds the second 2 times. Though
what
countered hard. Godsmill with space and boost. Alpha beats him hard. Noli out. Though past 1. Turns quick. 24 seconds left. Still just a 1-goal lead. K-Dop up. Godsmill has got this one. Drops it back down, but K-Dop's there first. He's beaten 2. It's up to Though in the backfield. K-Dop's up to dunk him, and it's under the corner. Now Godsmill stretches. Got it past 2. Does the teammate have it? There's Noli back to Though. Looking for the pass. Plays it in. What a turnaround. Singularity tie it up.
They got him going back the other way. Godsmill with a nice touch out into space. K-Dop needs boost, so he doesn't try and challenge. Leaves Alpha to deal with the one-on-one cross, and boy, did Though rip that one.
You'd have to slow it down to like 1% to really see it, obviously, but there's a moment where Alpha turned his wheels back the other way because he wasn't 100% certain where the shot was going, and that was the moment he lost the save. 2 seconds left. It looks like overtime in game 3, and Singularity have rallied back against Vitality.
All the way back, and it has been a mighty struggle for them.
K-Dop boost. There's Fairy Peak. Though gets the block again. He's been perfect on the goal line. Fairy Peak once more. Noli through the air, going for the slow carry. Tries to bait up K-Dop. He doesn't have any of it. He gets a block, but loses control to Though. It's fallen dangerously, but Alpha manages to get it away. Now Noli trying to play it safe. So he can tuck it underneath. He did it! He sets it up, and Godsmill kills it. Overtimes are the name of the game for Singularity. They've won them both, and they've got match points.
A wonderful bit of feathering and command from Noli to stick that ball to the wall and just give it that last-second touch to beat the man coming out of the goal, and a beautiful comeback victory for Singularity. That is a way to do it.
What a rally. Vitality now going to have to play for game 5 if they want to beat Singularity. Singularity making a statement. Reciprocity seems to have been the perfect warm-up match for them. And I'm still just so impressed with the fact that the hard kind of officiating situation of game 1 has not fazed this team at all. And they have bounced back. They were down by 2 against Vitality with like a minute and a half left to go or so. I think they scored their first goal. They scored the second one with 9 seconds left, and then make it in overtime. 3 straight goals.
Easy.
What a play. Singularity, man. I'm loving this team right now. Can't wait to see if they're able to create the great upset. I don't think anybody predicted SSG to win this.
Not even Turtle.
Not even Turtle.
Wow.
And he loves them.
And because if he picked him, that's the real Galaxy brain right there.
That's the 900 IQ.
That's like Corelli picking Sonics to beat SSG. There's some smart people here. But seriously, you're absolutely right. Nobody is expecting Singularity to walk away with a win, but they have absolutely done a fantastic job of creating chances for themselves on the offense. They haven't always gone their way, but they are keeping Vitality out of the net with some of the best shooters in the world on this Vitality.
Well, and they are benefiting from a bit of inaccuracy from Vitality. Vitality's had so many opportunities to score that have gone missing, but at the same time, you take those, the best teams in the world, it's about how do they win on their bad days, and Vitality might be about to lose. So we get into Game 4 on Neo Tokyo. Vitality with their backs against the wall. It's 2 go for the shot, though again on net. It's been so excellent. You got to save once more. This time Noli's got to make it as Fairy Peak made a play in the corner. Noli looks stretched down the field. Kate up to Alpha, though looks to harass Alpha in his own corner on his rotation back out. Godsmill should have a little bit of space, but man, Alpha closes that gap quickly. Noli will take it away from him and keep the ball at midfield.
Great touch.
Singularity the pass in, though, with a shot up high. Fairy Peak's got the save. Alpha will get the clear. And now Fairy Peak looking for the transition goal. Can Noli reach it in time? He does! Makes the save, but does he have the second stop? No. K-Dop will get there, and Vitality strike first.
And that's that nice tight rotation from Vitality. Fairy Peak goes into the middle, and Noli just doesn't square up all of it. K-Dop's not concerned. If that gets pushed hard into the corner, fine. He'll let it go. Alpha is going to deal with it behind him in the midfield, and that's just being aware of the positioning of everyone on the field and recognizing you have an opportunity.
Really, you can't blame Noli too much. He's just got to fly back and try to stop the first attempt. It doesn't matter where the ball goes if you aren't able to put the ball somewhere. And a nice drop from Alpha into the box, though we'll get this one away. Vitality have scored first in the last 3 games, but we've had 2 different results. Noli looks for the double. Oh, he beats Alpha in net. What a touch as they tie it right back up.
That is a pretty one. Fairy Peak beat K-Dop late. Alpha's like, wait, neither of you got a touch, and it's behind him. That is a beautiful counterattack.
Noli puts the team on his back. And we're all tied right back up after the first minute. Singularity want to end this right now. No Game 5 for them, thank you very much. Godsmill through the air, looking for the lead in Game 4. Though back in, Fairy Peak demolished in his own box. K-Dop's got a slow play this one, gets it past Godsmilla, and now got Noli in front of him, baits him in, pits the pass to Alpha, but though in net, he's got the read, now back to midfield. Looking for the counterattack, he's got Noli to work with, but he's out of boost, kind of runs out of options. The pass still goes up to Noli, though, on the touch from Vitality.
Yeah, Noli ran straight sideways as soon as Tho kind of started taking that air dribble, but
wow.
it's by everybody.
Wow. Okay. I thought someone would be back for this, but Alpha manages to put it into the midfield.
Noli's stuck on the orange half. Godsmilla's rotating back, and again, it's Tho trying to be aggressive, take that ball away, and he's just a little bit short.
There's that tiny, tiny touch from Alpha. Just puts it above, though. Vitality's got the lead back. Can they hold on to it this time? Godsmill the pass across it, though. Beats his teammate, though. And Alpha now through the air, off the ceiling. Godsmill will challenge, pushes the ball away from the net. Though slow plays it. He's able to bounce K-Dop off the ball, but Fairy Peak has other ideas now. Back in front, here's Alpha. Uncontested shot is high. Godsmill.
Oh, double commit.
Fairy Peak and K-Dop both on that ball in the midfield. It's all up to Alpha now. Noli's airborne, and the challenge puts a nice shot on target, but Fairy Peak and Alpha both get in the way. Counter from Godsmilla up high, though will be beat by K-Dop, but now looking for the pass across to Noli. He puts it too far away from his teammate. No pass. Halftime here in Game 4.
Gotta handle this ball properly, though. Oh, beautiful job. Just cut it straight down, let Fairy Peak go right by. It's a wonderfully executed third man. He's been struggling here or there, but that was well done. And oh, they're so lucky K-Dop missed that.
Just a little bit wide of the goal. Snow turns back in. There's Godsmilla up, able to dodge one demo. Now got to try and find a way to beat Fairy Peak. Fairy Peak back down to the corner. One miss, though, was able to find the counter. Out to Noli. These side wall plays, Noli has not been able to find the beat on Fairy Peak or K-Dop. Now, though, up. K-Dop in midfield, a challenge. Won't be any good of a shot, but Still good pressure from Vitality.
Yeah, they've really got the campfire going in the midfield.
It's constantly rotating back. Just do not give Singularity any opportunities to score. They'll take the win in game 4, send us to game 5. Alpha looking for the dribble. Puts it high, now the chase. Though out of boost again. Noli should have space to this one. He's able to soft touch it. Alpha puts it behind him. Godsmilla on the rotation now with the side flip, and Alpha drops it down. Noli makes the save. Godsmilla gave him an opening, but Noli shut it. And now the pass back to Though in the midfield. Onto the wall. Fairy Peak's got it, but Noli's got a boost. It looks for goalies. Finds one. Here comes Godsmilla. No, beaten by Fairy Peak, and it's all the way down. Does it drop in? No, it's just high. Though, pinch down. Noli with a nice bump on Alpha to open up some space. 30 boost in the tank for Noli, but no speed on the ball or himself. He won't be able to go anywhere.
You can see Godsmilla trying to get tight right there, right under Noli, expecting that ball to land a little more neutral, and it allows him to make that quick follow-up touch. K-Dop
slowly losing control of this. Godsmilla turns, but gets beaten by Alpha. Though on the goal line will make the stop, and now the counterattack with 35 seconds left. A demolition will open up some space, a bump as well. And now a counter bump demolition on the Fairy Peak. The pass from Noli out to Godsmilla. He's up. Noli with just a little bit too little boost to be involved in the play at all, as this play was also high of the goal. 22 seconds. 1 goal difference. We saw Singularity do it in game 3. Can they do it again here in game 4? As Fairy Peak beats 2 by himself, and now up against Though
again.
Though makes the stop. Noli's falling back, but there's a goal into the game. That'll secure it. K-Dop able to put it from the midfield.
Though went for it again. The 1v1. Does he win it? No. Straight mid, and K-Dop turns it in. Unfortunate for Singularity. You feel like they had to go for it with 10 seconds.
Absolutely. With 10 seconds left, it's fine to pull the goalie, be playing for it. And they'll go to game 5. But I can guarantee nobody, I doubt anybody predicted Singularity to be here. On any of the Predictum contests they've got running across the internet here, I bet there was no one who put Vitality in game 5.
Yeah, anyone who said Vitality, Singularity 3-2 either way, I don't know.
You're full of it. You're just playing the odds at that point or something, or just a gambling man. But Singularity have put up a valiant effort in all of the games we've seen them so far, but they've got to find a way to close it, the most difficult thing in RLCS.
Godsmilla, the goose eggs across the board there. But still, 124 score. It's not bad. He was doing a nice job finding some solid clears and great transitions. And there's the put-away goal for K-Dop. Though trying to get aggressive, take this ball off Fairy Peak's nose right here. It's the right idea. They need to. But again, there's that tight rotation, especially between K-Dop and Fairy Peak. They understand how each other play. They've spent, at this point, literal years playing together. And so they are ready for that one to kick straight out either direction. And he turns it in.
We go into Champions Field. And if you want to talk about an intimidation factor, K-Dop's name hangs 3 times in the rafters here. Fairy Peak's twice. And yeah, Alpha's still looking to get up there for the first time, but all of Singularity have yet to even have a chance to play for that title. So they've got a long way to go. Another like 8-something weeks of league play we've got left in front of us before we get to playoffs, and then we get to Worlds, and then maybe they get a chance to play in the game that wins them their names on this field. But this is K-Dop's hometown. This is where he shines. He and Fairy Peak.
This is where he's made the money.
This is the big bucks. So playing on Champions Field, closing out series in RLCS is really what matters. So we'll see if Singularity is able to do it. This will be a great test and a great introduction to the RLCS if they're able to beat Vitality here.
It's been some spotty offense at best for Singularity. A lot of great opportunities, but the finishing has been lacking every now and again. But that being said, you know, if they wind up in an overtime, they've won both already.
They have been solid in the overtimes. We've seen a few
quick overtimes too.
Pass plays, yeah, short ones. As Noli looks for an opening goal, gets a block, is Godsmilla, or they'll have it. They're both up. Double commit, and now it's all up to Noli. Can he beat Alpha, who's got so much boost and so much mind games to work with? Absolutely dismantles him, and Singularity gets struck.
Singularity deserves that. That was a completely free goal for Godsmilla to go put in. Though jumped over his head out of the midfield because, as I said earlier, there's no reverse gear Though. And then they get counterattacked on the open net, and Alpha takes it all the way.
Man, for Alpha, it's just, you know, you have so much freedom. Do literally whatever you want. You have Fairy Peak and K-Dop coming in with shots after you.
Turtle goal, disrespect them.
Yeah, just absolutely blast them. Singularity.
Can't afford that.
Have to slow down, calm the horses for a second. Noli past one. Back down in the midfield, but misses the touch. K-Dop bumped a little bit, but it won't matter. Alpha's right behind him, and now the Play all the way down to the blue. K-Dop sets this one up. Here comes Fairy Peak. Noli shuts that door. And now up against Alpha. Got a nice dual threat here, but he just barely puts it in front of Though. Fairy Peak gets it off the wall, but Though's up, and so is Godsmilla. Double commits galore for Singularity. They want this win so bad, but they got to trust each other to get there. There's K-Dop, the pass to Alpha, upset by Godsmilla. Fairy Peak slows down play, gives K-Dop and Alpha time to get back on the defense. Now the pass across, Godsmilla coming off the wall. Maybe looks back for Noli. No, just takes the shot. Now Noli up. Oh, he finds the shot just nearly, but it's wide. Fairy Peak will find the clear. Though back into the box once more.
Good bit of boost control from Singularity, though, scooping up all those corner boosts on the Vitality half. That'll give him a couple more chances.
Here comes Though. Got a bit of space here, but no one's challenging him as he puts it on target. K-Dop gets it off the woodwork, and Godsmilla and Noli bump into each other in front of the box, and that'll open up all the space for Vitality to move on to offense. Can they fill up the tanks and do it? But the clear from Though is good, and now the shot, the counterattack's on the other side.
Kidding.
Alpha gets it away. The follow from Noli's just wide, and now Alpha looks to do it one more time. No, here comes Though up against K-Dop. It's off the defender. Godsmilla, the pass to Noli, back into the box once again, but Though is nowhere to be seen. We'll breathe for just a moment.
Oh, how about another one? There's the pass across, and that's straight into the middle.
Here's Though.
Oh, finally the miss, and that is what Vitality needed, the moment to catch their breath.
But they give space. They do use the moment to catch breath, and this one comes back down. K-Dop will get it away, and now they're challenging the ball. Though, got it for free. The halftime in Game 5, Vitality's got the lead, but it has been precarious as both teams have pulled out the machine guns. Though over to the edge now. Noli up high. Alpha gets it away.
Really putting pressure on Vitality as they constantly catch Vitality rotating back out of the midfield with those touches high onto the backboard. High degrees of difficulty on the backboard defense being asked of Vitality, and they are delivering.
Fairy Peak out to Alpha. Now Godsmilla in was no follow-up from Vitality.
It's a demo, again, there was that sweep across the goal line that is just buying them those few precious moments.
Rare double commit from Alpha and K-Dop on offense. But it's not gonna be punished for it here. As Though tries to get this one. Alpha puts it into the corner. Noli and Godsmilla both there. Fairy Peak past one. Can he get it past Noli as well? He'll bump Noli himself, and now Godsmilla has to adjust to try and find the recovery. He actually finds Noli, and now back down, Though. Thinks about it, but just couldn't find the read in time. Got bumped in the midfield. Now Godsmilla up. Here's Noli looking for the shot. Makes contact, but no shot there. Though's lurking, looking for the opportunity. Now Alpha. Long one down the field. The howitzer. Noli's got the block. Godsmilla, transition attack. Man. Bumped into each other. This one's dropping dangerous, and they score! Godsmilla will tie the game with 1:01 left to play.
How does Though come down with this ball? That's just throwing it up there and seeing what happens. And Though delivers a beautiful pass off the ceiling for Godsmilla, and boy.
In double coverage. Two players up to try and harass him here, but now on the kickoff, no. Fairy Peak, does he do it to him? Oh, he puts it right back. They clean it up right as the game starts back up. They've got the lead again.
You fight for 4 minutes to finally punch one in. Fairy Peak gets Godsmilla, and you can always trust that. Touched on it last week. Shoot to the far post if you're on the same side. Nigh unbeatable.
A beautiful flick from Fairy Peak, and Singularity's right back to the drawing board. They've got to find a way to tie this one up. A flick from Noli, and now a shot from Godsmilla. Pass two. Oh, Fairy Peak misses. Though puts it in. They counter with their own kickoff goal. Much more stylish, much more team-based, but it works.
And K-Dop is just trying to stretch, and Fairy Peak can't reach it. The pass from Godsmilla too fast, and finally, Though, he's been the best and worst part of this Singularity team in this series, but that is a big one.
Man, Singularity will not go quietly, and now looking for another kickoff goal. Does Fairy Peak even have boost to reach it? He does. Knew exactly when to time that one, and now gets the counter. Noli in the midfield will look for the touch up to his teammate. If Though makes this shot, I'll eat my shoes. He doesn't, and Fairy Peak off the edge. Godsmilla now onto the wall. 30 seconds left in regulation. Overtime in Game 5, lurking between Singularity, the underdogs, and Vitality, the grand finalists. Who would have thought we'd be here? Not me.
Overtime looming, but can they hold off Vitality? Oh, K-Dop came up empty, and Though is glad that he was angled the way he was so it didn't go straight into his net.
Noli to the edge.
Got the demo. He's got Godsmilla.
Godsmill up high. Final 4 seconds. Singularity threatening, looking for the buzzer beater. K-Dop will put it onto the edge. It still hits the corner. Anoli not going to work out there. Overtime. Game 5. Next goal wins. And Singularity, overtimes have been on their side. Can they do it right here? As Godsmill looks for the flip reset over the top. It forces K-Dop to own goal. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
They did it to him. They take those. Holy cow.
K-Dop did everything right, but he got bumped. Godsmill gets the pull shot. Own goal. You've got to be joking.
Oh, that's my favorite thing that's happened this season. Holy cow.